zone read that we do as a complement to our inside zone play. Again, I know I've talked about this a couple of times, but this play, once more, is absolutely no different in regards to coaching points from our inside zone play. This, once again, is a simple tag that we do. It's a different name in our system, and this now is going to change only one person's job. So similar to split flow zone, where we tagged it so that the wing would come across the formation. This time now we are going to have all blocking rules stay the exact same as inside zone. Of the play here, though, to signify that our backside tackle is going to now fan out and block the outside most player, and we will now read the individual who is either head up or inside of him. And this is a great change of pace play once again for teams who are trying to crash constantly and force your quarterback to pull the ball. Oftentimes you're going to get this out of a 50 or a 3-4 team that's going to want to continuously crash and force you to pull into what then is an unblocked player waiting there for your quarterback. We want to have the last laugh, so to speak, and have answers to all of those problems. So if we're going to play a 4-3 team that plays a hanger, or a 3-4 team that inherently is going to have an outside linebacker sitting there based upon the alignment of their system, we want to have answers for those problems so that we can be able to get the ball into our tailback's hands potentially here in a more creative way. There is a read element in this play. So if you take a look here at the blocking scheme, once again, footwork, angle, running back as far as his cut read and his aiming point on that inside leg of that guard is all the exact same as inside zone. Nothing has changed, and it doesn't require any new coaching. This tag now is just going to take that backside tackle. As you see here, he is going to now fan block out on that outside most player that's at linebacker level, and we are going to read the player that is now head up on him instead. So as far as extra workload is concerned, again, we're creatively getting ourselves into a new play here without changing the jobs and assignments of a lot of our players. Once again, now this only affects one particular person, so it just becomes a simple thing of understanding that when you hear this play called in this tag, it now only changes one person's job, and that person has to execute. So let's hop into the film. Our weak fan zone play. Once again, what we're going to get here is we're going to get our standard inside zone combo blocks. Okay, we're going to work through here to here. Now, normally on an inside zone play, we would be reading this player right here. But on our weak fan zone call, we are now going to read this 4-eye that is backside, and we are going to fan out and we are going to block him, and we will cut this guy loose. If he crashes and turns his shoulders to the line of scrimmage, our quarterback can pull. If he sits this in place flat, we now give the ball to the running back here. Nothing else has changed on this play from our inside zone play. This is just one of our creative ways to have something a little bit different in so that we have answers to potential problems. And you'll see now how this is going to be executed. Here comes that hard crash from the defensive tackle. He's attacked our tailback. We've now fanned out to the guy who most that you're going to be there for the quarterback. They're not going to block you. But we have these types of things in there, and this guy does not handle this block very well because it's pretty unexpected. We get a really good block out of our left tackle, but he actually goes inside for this play and makes a horrible decision and blows contain. And we actually get loose out the gate here for a massive touchdown run from our quarterback right before the end of the first half here. So I'll replay this. Again, no one's job has changed here except for one inning of this play call. Everything else is inside zone here for everybody except for the designation of our weak side tackle is going to actually now fan block. So here we go in full speed. Really important on that play as well, and as you watch these, that our running back carries his fakes out as well. That aspect is very important here as you go through these things. The sell from your running back, if he does not get the ball in his hands, is critically important to the success of plays like this, and really our offense as a whole. Here's a little bit more of a loosened up 3-4 as opposed to a little bit harder of a 50. Now you've got these outside linebackers playing in space. Conceptually, though, the exact same thing. We're going to fan outside of this guy and actually go to block him. We're still working our 2-for-2 combos on the inside here. Okay, 2-for-2, and now we're going to cut this guy loose and read him. You can see how hard this guy crashes backfield on this particular play. Really easy read for the quarterback and a simple pull. Good job out in space by our left tackle there, and we get a really nice gain out of it. All those coaching points, by the way, can be revisited here, especially if your quarterback pulls this ball about being vertical back in the line of scrimmage. Our quarterback does a great job here of replacing downhill vertical, attacking, drawing those linebackers into our offensive linemen. All those same coaching points are going to be revisited here. You're essentially running the same play with just a minor tweak to it. Here's the same shot, but from the end zone. You can see that attack. Okay, really nice job here by our quarterback of replacing and getting downhill vertically. Great run. Same play, opposite side. Defensive tackle is attacking our running back in the backfield. Quarterback gets a pull read. Here's one interesting thing that's happened quite a bit on this particular play, because the defensive backs have been trained all week, obviously, to then help support the tackling of the running back. We do get this a lot where their eyes get in the backfield when your running back carries his fake out really well. You're going to see this corner essentially run right by the play here, almost for no reason other than the fact that he thinks our running back has the ball. He doesn't, and here goes our quarterback right by him. We've had that happen quite a bit on these quarterback pulls because, again, the whole week, this outside backer, contained player in these 3, 4, and 50 systems has pretty much been told all week long that you're going to have the quarterback, and then those third-level players are not normally looking for him because they have that problem solved based upon the alignment of their defense. We're going to change that, though, now. So we're going to block the player that normally would have the quarterback, which now makes those third-level players be responsible for the quarterback, and oftentimes that's something that they have not practiced throughout that particular week. Here's the end zone shot of it. Really nice job. There's the crash. Okay. Here's the kick out block then on this weak side fan, and we get that pull. We even fake the camera guy out on this one, and we get another big touchdown. Another end zone shot. This one we actually get a give read here. Okay. This is a nice part about the kids being smart in the system. We've called this particular play here, but what normally has been a 4 technique is now gone out to a really wide 5. Our offensive tackle does something really smart here. Obviously, you're not going to want to fan all the way out around this, so he actually just goes ahead and goes underneath out to this backer, and the quarterback is still going to maintain his read on that guy right there. Obviously, with the pre-snap width, this is most likely going to be a give anyway, which is exactly what we get out of the particular play. And we still have a really good looking inside zone right down the middle, even with that fan call there on the backside. Here we go again against a 3-4 with a lot of pressure. This particular team likes to blitz a ton. We get a little bit of pressure here. We pick up the blitz really well. There is the read key crashing down for the tailback. We've got a hat on a hat. There's your weak side fan over here. And our quarterback gets a really nice pull and a really good run out of this one. Again, we win a one-on-one battle out in space right there and pick up some extra yards because one of those third-level players is not prepared or accustomed to or ready to be able to handle the quarterback because that's supposed to be taken by somebody else.